Hey everyone, Tech Gamer here. Welcome to my playthrough of Dragon Warrior 4 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So let's get started. So this is a very long game. It consists of 5 chapters. So, starting out here, we're going to go ahead and begin a new quest. Put in my usual name. We don't actually get to use my name until chapter 5, but still awesome. So we'll do speed of fast. So this game, like I said, is broken apart into 5 chapters. We're starting out in chapter 1 with Ragnar. He's one of the soldiers of a castle called Burland. Burland. That was good. Basically, to summarize chapter 1, children have gone missing and nobody knows why. So the king basically begs us to find the missing children. So the first thing we need to do is basically go to Edmund Village, which is north of here. But we'll take a look around the castle town first. Weapons. This is actually our first mission here. We just don't know it yet. Her husband's missing. Okay, so starting out outside the castle town. Castle. The enemies are not very difficult around here, and you'll level up pretty quickly. So we'll just go ahead and start working our way towards Edmund Village. Like I was saying in the introduction, this game is a chapter-based game, which was the first time they did that in a Dragon Warrior series. And this game is really fun. It consists of 5 chapters. The first 4 set the most of the backstory for the game and introduce you to a good majority of the playable characters. And basically, while all this is occurring, the hero is growing up. And all the storylines for each of the chapters are intertwined together. We just don't know it yet. Just continuing to fight here. In case anybody's curious, smart water and protein powder. Good stuff. So what I typically like to do, as you can see, I like to just, fight around Burland, get up to at least level 2 or 3 before I tackle the cave to Edmund Village, which we'll probably try it in a minute here. So let's talk items and weapons for a minute. As you can see, I'm going to buy some items here. While I'm doing that, I'll just talk to you real quick about it. So medical herbs, everybody knows what they are. They're the same as they've always been. They give you back a percentage of your hit points. Obviously the soldiers can't cast spells, so they're very important. Weapons. Don't waste a lot of money on weapons in chapter 1 of the game. Here, I actually really don't buy any. Because you get a really strong sword in Lock Tower, and you don't need anything right now. So save your money for the half-plate armor and the iron shield. Those are the two important things. Because as you can see, 2 hits, as I'll show you. I'll kill this dive rat in 2 hits here. That's pretty good. The points of a soldier. So don't worry about weapons. It's not worth wasting the money on. You can buy an iron spear, but it's not worth it. So we're just going to continue fighting our way through this cave till we get to Edmund Village. The benefits of playing this on a Nintendo is I have the controller just laying on my desk, and you know, when you're in battles and moving around, it's very easy to basically hitting A 90% of the time. If I remember right, this is a medical herb. Medical herb, yep. It's funny, like you've seen me say in previous videos where I played, I haven't played these games in 20 years, but yet I still remember exactly where to go. That's what's pretty awesome about this. More of these dive rats. You'll see once I get to like level 4, 3, 4, getting through here is even easier. Which I'll show you in a little bit what I do. Guy out. There's another level. To beat this chapter, you really only need to get up to level 8. Be at level 7 before you go into the tower. Always, always, always in this chapter, hunt down the treasure chests. And I'll show you why, because it's great for getting gold. So here we are outside the cave, and let's go to Edmund Village, which is right to the east of the cave. So what we need to do first is go inside Edmund Village and explore a little bit. Basically, Edmund Village is the same as any other. It has a healer, an item shop, a weapon shop, and inn. The usual stuff. And this is where the missing children are from. Here we are at Edmund Village. Like I said, there's an item shop and inn. Various non-playable characters just wandering around. Weapon shop, armor shop. Up here is where we want to go first. So there's this guy here, and he is locked up. He said he was hungry and just took some bread. Now, it doesn't seem like there's anything useful to that, but what I will show you is what we need to do. So let's just take a look at the weapon shop here. Like I said, they have an iron spear. Don't buy any of that stuff. Armor. What you will want to do is buy the wooden hat, the half-plate armor, and the iron shield. So for now, I'm just going to buy the wooden hat. It gives a little bit better defense. And I have the money for it, so why not? So just go ahead and equip. Go from 14 to 20. Every little bit helps. So, but like I said, you want to save our money for the half-plate armor and the iron shield. Later on in the lock tower, there is a scale shield, which we will get. I'll show you where that is. So here's what I like to do. We need to wait until nighttime and go back into Edmund Village and talk to the guy in the prison again. But In the meantime, I like to walk through the cave one more time, from finish to start and then back to finish. Why do I do that? It's an easy way to get you up one level, which is what we want. So let's go ahead and do that. I prefer to do this and just get it out of the way because it makes subsequent fighting that much faster and more efficient. People may say, well, why do you do this? I don't know, it's just the way I do it. You don't have to. You can wait till nighttime in Edmund Village, talk to the guy. He says that his wife, tell his wife about what happened. So then you have to go back to Burland, talk to that lady again, and then bring her back. But I like to get up just that one level first. By the time I walk back to the end of the cave here, I should be up that one level. Fighting these guys here, same as usual. For those who don't know or haven't seen my previous videos, this is essentially called grinding, which is where you basically hang out in one area and fight just to get up levels. Excuse me, buddy. Moving out of the way. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is just wander around until it becomes nighttime. And by that point I should get up a level. Time does not flow while you're inside of towers, caves. So you have to make time flow when you're outside. This should be enough to get me up to level 4. And there we go. Perfect. So back into Edmund Village. What we need to do is go ahead and talk to the guy in the prison at night. Here he is. He tells us he's Alex, and he says scared. So, as we remember from in Burland, the woman's name, she said her husband's name was Alex. So we need to go back and talk to her. So we're going to go ahead back, traverse through the cave. I do not recommend using any Wing of the Wyverns, only because you miss out on the experience gathered when you traverse the caves. Demon sumps are not very difficult. They do hit you pretty hard, so you have to keep an eye on your hit points. But they're only 2 hits to kill them. One of the things I like about the Dragon Warrior games, and you've seen me say this in my previous videos, is they don't tell you exactly what to do. they kind of leave that up to you to figure out, which is pretty cool. You have to, like, nobody told me you have to go to Edmund Village and talk to the guy in the prison. I had to kind of figure that out on my own. And you don't actually have to do that, and I'll show you what that means in a little bit. I don't want to spoil the surprise. To those who haven't played Dragon Warrior 4, obviously. Those who have already know what I'm talking about. Babbles, you need to be careful. They will poison you, so always be wary of that. Okay, so here we are back at Burland Castle. Not Berlin. So we need to go ahead and talk to the woman who lives in this house. And she says that she understands that her husband was caught stealing and she asked me to take her there. So that's what we have to do. She is a non-playable character and she's just along for the ride. Go ahead here and stay at the inn. Alternatively, you can use a medical herb. It will bring you back to full health as well, but it's cheaper to stay at the inn than buy another medical herb. Okay, so we just need to traverse back to Edmund Village. Now again, you can buy Wing on the Wyverns from Edmund, but it's not worth the 25 gold. And we're just going to keep working our way back. Back into our trusty cave. Slimes are defeated again. And we're just going to keep on traversing it. This is the last time I'll probably come through this cave, other than when I beat the chapter. As you can see at this point, we can pretty much one-hit everybody in this cave. Okay, so this should get us out of the cave, and which here is the exit. One more fight. Okay, back on the other side here. We're just going to go ahead and kill this dive rat again. And we'll go ahead and go east to Edmund. Now that we've returned to Edmund Village, we need to bring the wife to her husband in jail. And there she goes. He pretends he doesn't know who she is. So he tells us about the children. The secret playground is 4 steps south and east from the sign pole. So what is that? There is a hidden area in this chapter that we need to go to. Inside of that area is one of the items we need to beat the chapter, and an optional playable character who helps us out. So I'm going to go ahead here and load up on some antidote and medical herbs, because I have to traverse this cave by myself. So what I was saying before about not actually needing to do the part that I just mentioned is you don't actually have to. If you just go over to the signpost there and you go 4 steps down and 4 steps east, so south, down, east, right, will bring you to the hidden area. So let's go ahead and do that now. So let's go down 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. This, you can get to this area anytime if you know where it is. I actually stumbled across this the first time I played the game, just because I was wandering through the forest, fighting around. So, someone leads the way for us. And if you follow the voices without going the wrong way, you won't get attacked, believe it or not. As you can see, I'm not getting attacked. But if you go the wrong way, even once, you start getting attacked. So I don't follow the voice. I actually prefer to go get Healy, who's in here. Healy is a non-playable character who joins our party and is, he does his own thing, but he'll keep us healed. To get to him, we need to go this way. So as you can see, now that I've gone the other way where it said not this way, I'm starting to get attacked. If you follow the path all the way without going the wrong way, you won't get attacked at all. Ragnar's up to level 5. And just continuing along this path here will take us to Healy. Healy's a healer who wants to become a human, and he figures that if he hangs out with humans, he may actually become one. Continuing to follow this path here, going around this little water area, and we will find Healy. Again, like I said, Healy is not someone you can actually control, but he does join your party and does everything on his own. He'll basically attack periodically and heal you as needed, which is great because then you don't have to worry about using medical herbs as much. As you can see, I've got to use one right now. It only takes a couple hits to get Ragnar's health down pretty low at this point. He dreams of becoming a human. Asks if he can come along, and Healy has joined the party. You can't equip him with anything. He can't. He just does his own thing. But he will be an immense help. Now this part is optional. You don't need Healy to beat the chapter. You can do it without him, but it's highly recommended. So the next part of this, we need to finish traversing the cave, collect the treasures. The most important treasure is the wing boots, which will allow us to fly high into the sky and land at the top of Lock Tower, so that we can ultimately rescue the children. Gotta be careful with lethal gophers. They actually can build up strength and can pack a pretty good wallop if they get a strong attack. Okay, now back the way we came. We're going to go up north this way. Keep heading... Oh, not that way. I think we go left. Here, come this way. Yep. Nope, not that way. You know what? Actually, I am going to go this way. There's that treasure chest over here I want to get. Foes were defeated. It's highly suggested you fight every fight you can in this cave because you'll need the experience to get through Lock Tower. Demon stumps can use medical herbs because they grow them on their self. Fun fact. Keep on fighting the fights. Should get up to level 6 at some point here. There we go. So the reason I came all this way is for this treasure chest. 600 gold. That is huge for getting the half plate armor. We're already almost there. We need 1200 gold. So we're already up to 900. Very important. And it's worth it to go out of your way to get the treasure. Which is why I got Healy first. Fighting off these guys again here. Ragnar's pretty good about getting terrific blows, which is nice, but it doesn't happen that often. Okay, so here we are at the main reason we are here. Flying shoes. I called them the wing boots. Sorry, flying shoes. And it's been a long time. I couldn't remember the name. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is go ahead and get out of here now. We have the flying shoes. So we're just going to backtrack the way we came. And leave this cave. Now, when we leave, we're going to actually go out a different way than we came, and I'll show you why that is. So up here we're going to go left. We go ahead and drop down into this little pit here and go up these steps. And when we come out, we're inside of a building at the ground level. Inside there's 2 treasures here, medical herbs and a seed. So I'm going to go ahead and just, I shouldn't even bother to get this medical herb, but just to show you what you can do, you can discard something and forget something else. So let's see, we get a agility seed, but my stuff in inventory is full, so what do I want to do? I want to discard something. We'll go ahead and dump the medical herb that we got, and now we have the agility seed. Go ahead and use the agility seed, my agility has gone up. Okay, so back outside. We are going to go ahead and go back to Edmund Village, I think. We'll go ahead and stay at the inn. The price to stay at the inn has gone up because I now have 2 party members. So as you can see, we're a little short on gold. We're about 163 pieces of gold short to get the half-plate armor. Just to check that here. Yep. That's what I want. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to go into Lock Tower and see how this goes. So to get to the tower, we need to use the flying shoes. When we first arrive inside the tower, we see a monster and some children. So, the tower is you start at the top, you work your way down. The enemies in here are pretty difficult at this point because my armor's weak, my weapon's weak, my shield is weak, and my level's a little low. So this, we might get beat up here a little bit, but we're going to use the old run and hide tactic. I just want to try and get to the main treasures, and I'll leave and come back. There's nothing wrong with doing that either. Go in, get the treasures, get out, save, heal, save, and then go back. One thing you might have noticed, you haven't seen me save yet. If you're not familiar with Dragon Warrior 4 and the progression, I recommend saving a lot. You go back to the king, you can, or the healers in this game save. Oswogs really can't hurt you that much because they will cast Ice Bolt, but they can only do it once. So, it'll be out of magic points as soon as they do it. Heal, you'll do a pretty good job of keeping you healed, but always keep an eye on your hit points because you can use a medical herb, like I'm about to do right now, to accelerate the process, just in case Healy doesn't heal you, because he can't heal both of you at once. So in my case, I wasted the medical herb. But that's okay. Can always get more. If Ragnar perishes, you have to start it again. You'll have to come back. You'll start back out at the king. The Lily Pills are annoying because they cast upper, which is why in turn it's taking so long to kill this guy. Use the medical herb on Healy. So the big yellow doors, you can open at any time. They do not require a key. Oh, excuse me. Should just hit door. Oops. 640 gold, which means I have enough for the half-plate armor. Now, up to the north, you could go up that hallway, and there is a luck seed up there, but it's not worth going out of your way for, especially when you're questionable on whether or not you should be in here. Here we have a scale shield, so let's go ahead and equip that. So again, to do that, you just go equip, weapon, armor, scale shield. You notice my defense did not go up, but whatever. We got it. Gonna be super careful on these fights here. Starting to run out of magic points for healing. On the lower level, there is a healing spot that you can use, but you do have to risk going out of your way if you're going here for the sword to get to that healing spot, because you can get attacked anywhere between the short walk to the steps and the actual healing spot. So we're going to be cognizant of that here. This is a fight I probably should have run from, but it's alright. Definitely need to get that sword. So we're good. We're levels. I'm happy where I'm at. Level 7. You want to be on at least level 8 to beat the guy, the boss of chapter 1. I got beat up pretty good there. And I have no way to heal Healy. No, I'm going to try and run from this fight. The more I think about it. Running is always hit or miss in this game. Same as the previous iterations. Okay, so here we are on the ground floor. This is where I want to be. My goal is I'm going to go up here and go through this door. Go left. I'm going to try and see if we can get to this treasure chest. Good. This is why I came this far. I found the Sword of Malice. This is the best sword you can get in chapter 1. And basically, we've completed this portion of why I came to the tower. So I'm going to go ahead and leave now. And then go get the half-plate armor, the iron shield. And then come back. But getting out, you can't just go out the bottom. You have to go out at least on the second floor so that you can drop over the river. So we're going to go ahead and drop out here and go back to Edmund Village. this point you should have enough gold to get the half-plate armor and the iron shield. I'd be on at least level 7 or level 8. Had I not run so much, I'd been on level 8. Okay, so let's go ahead and go up here and talk to the armor dealer. Go ahead and buy the, actually I need to sell the copper sword because I don't have any room in my inventory. So let's go ahead and buy the half-plate armor. So again, like I said, at this point you should definitely have enough money for the half-plate armor and the iron shield. The iron shield is optional, but highly suggested. Just makes everything that much easier, the more defensive power Ragnar has. So let's go ahead here and equip. We go from 30 to 48. Oops. And we go from 48 to 53. So pretty good increase there. So let's go ahead and sell. One of the good things about Dragon Warrior 4 is you no longer have to go to an item guy to sell. You could sell things at any weapon or armor dealer. Scale shield. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do here is go ahead and go back to the item guy, stock up on some medical herbs, and we're going to try our hand at beating this tower. I'll just buy as many medical herbs as I can until the guy says your inventory is full. Alright, so to get back to the tower, same deal as before, we're going to go ahead and use the flying shoes. Now you'll see how much easier it is to traverse this tower now that I actually have good weapons and armor. Just continuing back the way we came. Up, down a floor. Go back down to the bottom. Duck spills we can one hit now. At some point here we should reach level 8, which is pretty much the minimum level needed to beat Chapter 1. Chapter 7 is questionable. When you get into a fight with a Lilliput, target them first, because they do cast upper. So there is a healing spring on the first floor, which is why I am fighting every fight. Just fighting my way through this fight here. And there's my level up. Good deal. Level 8. So level 8, again, is the recommended level to beat Chapter 1. You can get away on 7. I've seen people do it on 6. 6 is pushing it, so. Because you'd have to have a little bit of luck when you fight the bosses at level 6. Not to say that you can't, but it's pushing it. Okay, so continuing on our way. We're alright on health. There is a healing spring on the first floor, like I said a couple of times. So we're going to make a pit stop at that before we fight the bosses. Gotta be super careful with Ice Bolt, because if it hits Healy and he hasn't healed himself, it can kill him. And if Ragnar dies in a fight, you immediately lose, because Healy, you can't control him. Okay, so here we are on the ground floor. Another fight. At this point, I could probably just keep running from these fights and not even bother. But it's alright, we'll keep doing it here. Knocked out that guy. So if we go down these steps here, there's a healing area, which is a Chapter 1 thing, because it makes it so easy. Okay, so it's continuing on. We need to go and rescue the children. Typical Dragon Warrior fashion, we get attacked every couple of steps. Okay, so here is the entrance to Lock Tower, but it's the ground level and you can't get to it. Get through this fight again. Don't wait for me to wake up. There we go. Go Healy. Healy gets a terrific hit. I miss. How's that work? Okay. Continuing on. Here we find a lone soldier laying down. He's dying. He learned about the ruler of evil. It's the boss in this game. And the reason that they're kidnapping the children is that they want to kill the hero while he's still young. But they don't know who he is, so they're capturing random children. I'll just do a quick heal up here. So we are ready. Alright, status check is we are good. And let's do this. So the first thing you want to do is take out the giant eyeball, because if he turns red, it becomes a real pain to kill him. It takes about 3 hits to kill this guy, 2 or 3 hits, depending on how lucky you get. Healy should heal us. Uh-oh. Oh, that was okay. He attacks twice when he becomes angry. But this should kill him. Good, okay. So now we just need to focus on Sero's shadow. Just keep attacking with the soldier, have Healy heal, and I mean, it's pretty easy. It's like 5-6 hits to kill this guy at this point. This is why I was saying you can do this on level like 6. What you need to do is use a lot of medical herbs and have Healy just get lucky that he heals at the right time. It's a bit of luck when you're at that level. But since we're at level 8, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Attack, heal, attack, heal. It's the same, you know, deal. And after a couple more hits, this guy should die. Healy should heal himself. This round, there he goes, good. I think 1 or 2 more hits should do it. And there we go. So we beat Chapter 1. Yay! So, now that we've completed that, the children will come up to us. And we can get out of this place. He's basically saying that someone else will come after him. And that there'll be other monsters to deal with us. Now the kids say you can go home, want to go home. And they basically tell you how to get out of here. But we already know that because we've done it. So what you need to do is double back up to the 2nd floor and just drop out from there. If we talk to this lone soldier, he unfortunately has passed away, but we remember what he said about the ruler of evil. And that they're trying to kill all the children because they don't know who the hero is. So that's kind of what leads Ragnar's next mission. So just backtracking the way we came here. Oh, whoops, didn't need to go in here. Back up the steps. Back up these steps. And we'll go ahead and go this way and drop out of the tower. Back to Edmund Village to return the children to their parents. Now, what you could do is use a wing of the wyvern to get back to Burland, but because I don't have one, we're going to have to hoof it. But there are no enemies, so it's pretty quick. Okay, so we have completed Chapter 1. We met Ragnar, we explored the castle of Burland, and understood from the king that children have gone missing. We went to Edmund Village and helped Alex's wife find her husband, who was in jail. And we explored the children's playground and got Huey and the flying shoes. We then used the flying shoes to explore Lock Tower and ultimately rescue the children. Hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please drop it on this video and I will do my best to answer as always. Please click that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I will see everyone for Chapter 2 soon. Thanks a lot, everybody.